you mind if we ask you one question?
No, no questions today. Sorry, Sean. Yeah, no questions.
Toronto Mayor John Tory coming into City Hall on a Saturday
Here all day.
after a stunning Friday night revelation.
I'm deeply sorry, and I apologize unreservedly to the people of Toronto.
A bombshell admission about a relationship with a 31-year-old staffer.
Permitting this relationship to develop was a serious error in judgment on my part.
Tory said his conduct meant he couldn't continue in the job.
I've decided that I will step down as mayor so that I can take the time to reflect on my mistakes.
The story about Tory's affair had been published in the Toronto Star and began with a tip before Christmas and a more credible one a couple of weeks ago.
I didn't really believe it. It just, he's known as No Story John Tory at City Hall for a reason.
But after some digging, the tip panned out.
He's been a mayor that has had a high moral standard on everything.
Whatever your differences with the mayor, he was very well respected on all sides.
Tory had just won his third election victory last October.
To work on behalf of the people.
Tory came to the job promising stable leadership, succeeding former Toronto Mayor Rob Ford, the brother of Ontario's Premier, who had admitted to crack cocaine use. Tory said the relationship with a 31-year-old staff member began during the earlier part of the pandemic and only ended in the last month. She no longer works for the city.
I developed a relationship with an employee in my office in a way that did not meet the standards to which I hold myself as mayor and as a family man.
No one's expecting that sort of thing to happen, especially if someone who is supposed to have our respect, represents the city of Toronto.
They're never going to be as clean as we think they are.
While he announced plans to leave, Tory is very much still on the job. He promised to help in a transition period. Tory's resignation comes at an especially bad time as the city begins debating its budget, one crafted largely by Tory. Soon the city will need a new mayor. There'll be a by-election sometime in spring. Sean O'Shea, Global News, Toronto.
Meanwhile, Ontario Premier Doug Ford released a statement today thanking his friend John Tory for his years of public service. Says Ford, John will be remembered as a dedicated and hardworking mayor who served as a steady leader during the most difficult days of the pandemic. He united Toronto behind an optimistic vision for the future, and I will miss working with him to see it come to life. He went on to say he wishes nothing but the best for Tory in the future. As reaction continues to pour in on this stunning development, many are asking what Tory's decision means for Torontonians moving forward. Ahmar Khan has that side of the story.
I will step down as mayor so that I can take the time to reflect on my mistakes.
John Tory's shocking resignation has set off a chain of political dominoes. Deputy Mayor Jennifer McKelvey is a city councillor for Scarborough Rouge Park. She will now step in for Tory as the next steps unfold.
Jennifer McKelvey stands out as an experienced, capable, collegial, hard-working member of council.
Well, success will be based on ridership.
Normally the city could put in a placeholder, but that changed with the installation of the Strong Mayor's legislation. Those steps include Tory filing his resignation papers with the city clerk.
Have a good night, everybody.
Then City Council at the next meeting slated for February 15th, their elected officials would have to declare the seat vacant, starting the 60-day timer on when a by-election could be held.
But she's just exceptional in terms of her ability to work with others.
McKelvey is expected to challenge for the top job in the city, but has yet to announce her intention. Another Tory ally, Brad Bradford, could also make a potential bid. But we do know of at least one person throwing their name in the race for sure.
If there's an election, as I assume there will be, I would be running again. Torontonians, we have an opportunity to elect a mayor that will be committed to working for everyone.
Other names, including former Premier Kathleen Wynne, have been bandied about, but she told Global News that she's not interested. The most heavily rumored name to run is Councillor Josh Matlow. But Matlow says he has other pressing issues on his mind right now.
My focus right now is on the budget, which is only in a few days, and those conversations continue.
The budget isn't passed given the Strong Mayor's legislation. It could lead to the city facing challenges to spend money. But Matlow admits conversations are continuing.
I believe that the city needs to go in a better direction. I want it to be more affordable. I want there to be warm and safe places for people to go who are cold outside.
With so many potential candidates in the running, Tory's resignation makes for a wide open race at City Hall, with the top job in the city there for the taking. Ahmar Khan, Global News.